love the feel of gold? I buy my gold from Roslyn Capital because I trust it. No 0 or 1% over cost difference. Roslyn will beat any price of any coin at any time. Just call me. And Roslyn ships my gold in 10 days or less, faster than anyone else. So protect yourself from the problems of the world. Invest in stability with Roslyn Capital. What's in your safe? Call now and get a free gold kit and a free IRA transfer kit. And with a minimum order, get a free safe to store your gold. Call 800-370-8200. 800-370-8200.
It's simple physics. A body at rest tends to stay at rest, while a body in motion tends to stay in motion. Staying active can actually ease arthritis symptoms. If you have arthritis, staying active can be difficult. Prescription Celebrex can help relieve arthritis pain so your body can stay in motion. Because just one 200 milligram Celebrex a day can provide 24-hour relief for many with arthritis pain and inflammation. Plus, in clinical studies, Celebrex is proven to improve daily physical function so movement is easier. Celebrex can be taken with or without food, and it's not a narcotic. You and your doctor should balance the benefits with the risks. All prescription NSAIDs like Celebrex, ibuprofen, naproxen, and meloxicam have the same cardiovascular warning. They all may increase the chance of heart attack or stroke, which can lead to death. This chance increases if you have heart disease or risk factors such as high blood pressure or when NSAIDs are taken for lung injuries. NSAIDs like Celebrex increase the chance of serious skin or allergic reactions or stomach and intestinal problems such as bleeding and ulcers, which can occur without warning and may cause death. Patients also taking aspirin and the elderly are at increased risk for stomach bleeding and ulcers. Don't take Celebrex if you have bleeding in the stomach or intestine, have an asthma attack, hives, other allergies to aspirin, NSAIDs, or sulfonamides. Get help right away if you have swollen at the base of the throat or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor your medical history and find an arthritis treatment for you. Visit Celebrex.com and ask your doctor about Celebrex for a body in motion.
Right now, some new information on a few crime stories we're following, including this one in Florida. Police there are asking for the public's help as they try to solve the mysterious killing of a nationally renowned law professor. They're looking for tips from anyone who has seen or may have seen Florida State University professor Daniel Markle before he was found shot to death inside his home earlier this month. Now to New Hampshire, where investigators are focusing on a shipping container found on the property of a man arrested for kidnapping 15-year-old Abigail Hernandez. Police think Nathaniel Kirby may have kept the girl prisoner inside the container for the last 9 months. It will be the topic of our legal panel during our 1 p.m. hour. A lot of questions about this case. And also court action for the 2 suspects accused of carjacking a woman in Philadelphia and plowing into a family, killing 3 children. A judge ordering both men held without bail as they were arraigned on murder and kidnapping charges.
The crisis in Ukraine intensifies today with deadly shelling in eastern cities, pushing the civilian death toll even higher. All this amid new accusations against Russia. The U.S. now charges Moscow violating a landmark arms control treaty by testing a land-based cruise missile. The missile type was banned in an accord signed by President Reagan and Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev that helped end the Cold War nearly 30 years ago. Joining us now, Joe Cirincione, president of the Plowshares Fund and author of Bomb Scare, The History and Future of Nuclear Weapons. The U.S. says, Joe, that it has incontrovertible evidence that the Russians violated this treaty by testing this cruise missile. How big a deal is it?
Well, this is a very serious concern, but it's not yet an urgent threat. I have to say that I serve on the International Security Advisory Board and Secretary of State, but these are purely my own views and don't represent the State Department or the U.S. government. U.S. officials say they have known about this violation of the treaty for some time. This is a fairly old cruise missile. It was first tested during the Bush administration in 2008. But because it exceeds the treaty limits by a few hundred miles, it's not seen as an urgent threat to Europe. Still, any violation of the treaty is serious, so you want to run this to ground. You want to push the Russians to dismantle this weapon, to pledge not to deploy it, and to pledge that they will come back into compliance with the treaty.
But what is a Russian pledge worth right now when you look at what happened to the Crimea, when you look at Vladimir Putin's protestations that his troops are not, at work in eastern Ukraine, when you look at the fact that shells have been launched or rockets have been launched from Russian territory into Ukraine, what is a Russian promise worth?
Yeah, Ronald Reagan confronted exactly the problem when he negotiated this treaty. It's called the INF Treaty, the Forces Treaty. He was aware that the Russians could cheat and probably would cheat on this treaty. That's why he built in a very strict verification regime. We have trouble detecting Russian intentions in Ukraine, for example. But when it comes to their
That his troops are not, at work in eastern Ukraine. When you look at the fact that shells have been launched, or rockets have been launched from Russian territory into Ukraine, what is the Russian problem for?
Yeah, Ronald Reagan came up with exactly the problem when we negotiated this treaty. It's called the INF Treaty, Forces Treaty. He was aware that the Russians could cheat, probably would cheat on this treaty. That's why.
Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominick on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominick on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominick on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes, what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominick on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominick on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes, what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominick on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominick on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes, what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominick on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominick on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes, what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominick on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominick on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes, what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominick on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominic here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick Brascia here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes, what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place. Hi, Dominick Brascia here. You're at the right place. In just a few minutes, you will be watching Dominic on the Air right here on this YouTube channel. Just a few minutes, you'll see what goes on behind the scenes and what we all look like. It's kind of scary. Dominic on the Air on this YouTube channel in just a couple of minutes. You're at the right place.
Goodbye. This is Talk on the Air Network.
Warp speed, Mr. Sewell.
The views expressed on Dominic on the Air are not necessarily those of Armstrong and Getty, Clear Channel Radio, AM 650 KSTE, Marshall Phillip, Patches, Vincent Nicholas, Dominic Brascia, Ken Charles, Governor Jerry Brown, Brad Pitt, The Fags, Friends of Armstrong and Getty, Vincent's mother, David the Border, or White Cat. 5, 6, 7, 8!
Previously on 24.
I'm a black American, and let these people come in here and just take over. I'm not going to sit back and watch it.
The following takes place between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m.
Hit it!
From California. Live but recorded. This is Dominic on the Air.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Dominic Brascia. This is Dominic on the Air. Excited to have you with us on this Tuesday, July 29th, 2014. I think we got a good show. You know, it's interesting because some people like it when I'm just here alone, and when I'm here alone, and it's really weird. As soon as the mics went on, White Cat's singing in the background. You okay, Whitey? Okay. I'm alone, but this is a great time for you if you're live to pick up the phone if you're listening live and give us a call. Talk about whatever is on your mind. I've got a luncheon. Why the tie? For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm wearing a tie because I have a luncheon meeting after the show about a television project. We're shooting a television commercial for Dominic on the Air on this weekend. My friend Mark Zinkel might be one of the characters in the commercial, but he says he doesn't audition. He just you know. So okay, I gotta dealing with egos. I understand that. I've dealt with actors before. But our phone number is 916-596-9877 if you want anything. You want to talk about anything. This Thursday's the big day. We're having our special. People keep asking me about the midweek vacation we took on the Armstrong and Getty show, and I think it's about time to tell the story. So we're going to tell the story on Thursday, but only to subscription members. And some people are like, well, I don't know. What's the subscription? I subscribe. No, if you go to YouTube and subscribe, it's not the same thing. if you go to DominickOnTheAir.com and you subscribe for like 22, 23 cents a day, then you're a member. Then you get all the cool stuff we're trying to give. Our number is 916-596-9877. That's 916-596-9877. And we've got a lot of stuff coming at you. Let's go first to our voicemails on this Tuesday and see what if you want to leave a message. It's like sort of like email. We also take emails at abrasha@aol.com, but voicemail sort of like I don't have to read it. So, and that's kind of better. The voicemail number is 916-484-3726. But why leave a voicemail? We're on right now live. Let's talk. It's just me and you. I really enjoy that. That's one of the things I enjoyed about when I was doing my show in Birmingham, Alabama. 4 hours every day after Rush Limbaugh. But I enjoyed talking to people. We did a lot of phone calls. The people who listen on podcast, they hear it when it's too late they can't phone call. And the people who listen to on stream, they're for some reason people on computers don't call that much. I don't know why. But if you want, the number's underneath me. It's all over the place. 916-596-9877. And let's go to today, Tuesday, July 29th, 2014, voicemails. Let's see what's happening.
Dominic, awesome, dude. I heard you on the air today. You're back on Armstrong and Getty. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Honey, that was best of Dominic on the air. It was? Oh, sorry. Oh, Dominic, I thought you were back on the air. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no. I guess. And it's really weird because I ask my friends not to tell me what's going on in A&G because it's like your friend's coming up to saying, you know your ex-wife or you know your ex-girlfriend? Well, she's dating that football player guy. You're like, oh, it's cool. I'm glad she's dating somebody. But, you know, I kind of, yeah, the best of. And we did some really good stuff there and the best of is there. So give it a listen. Give it a listen and let us know. Well, you know, man. July, I know why people take vacations in July because we're in radio. July and August are kind of slow. So everyone takes, but you know, I did some research. We did, if you remember, we did a Dominic on the air in July 4th and everybody took days off. And finally, I was looking at the numbers just like this morning and the numbers on that show were just as high as any other show. I think people listen to them later on. So who knows? Big stuff happening. We've got a movie review of this movie Lucy, which I saw. We're going to talk about troops on the border of the not troops over there in Gaza, and not troops over there in other countries. We're going to talk about troops, National Guard troops on the border of the United States of America. Also, illegals at the White House. Yes, we will talk about illegals at the White House. It seems like if you know an illegal's at the White House, you should just like arrest them, right? Isn't that what you do with illegals? Because the word illegal is kind of in there. But we'll talk about that. And female brains. One of the things I've said a lot on all my shows are that females have different brains than males. So you can give them an operation, but you can never get rid of the part that's female because that's the brain. Yeah, the brain. Yeah. It's so arrogant that we think we can change human nature by putting an operation and making a woman a man. It's so egotistical. It's weird, just crazy. People think stuff like that when it's DNA. Now, in the future, might we be able to change DNA? Yeah. And that's, the movie Lucy sort of about that we're reviewing this week on 30-Second Movie Review. So it's very, very timely, and people talk about that. What's going on right now in Israel? Okay, in Israel, they are pounding Gaza. Israel is shooting and troops are there, and oh my goodness, all the actors are saying, oh, this is terrible, the poor Palestinians. Again, let's point out that Israel would not be in Gaza at all if the people of Gaza weren't shooting missiles and digging tunnels. Okay? So if any of your liberal friends say, oh, I just want peace, I just want peace, what the world needs now is love, sweet. Now say, listen, you got to go in there once in a while. And if I was Israel, I think Israel's too much playing it too nice. Because if I was Israel, I wouldn't say truce. I wouldn't stop till it's finished, till every single tunnel is gone, till every single rocket is gone, and then I'd put a circle around that country and every trip from Iran. Because this is what happened. How did Gaza get missiles? Well, because we decided that one of the stipulations in the peace treaty that Gaza couldn't have certain kinds of metals and concrete, and so that was being too rough. Well, so all the concrete and all the stuff and all the metals that we let go into Gaza now, all used for the tunnels, all used to kill the Jews. Other countries sending in missiles. I mean, they don't have missile plants in Gaza. So all this is going on. I would not leave there until it's totally wiped out. Every tunnel. What do you think? I know some of my libertarian friends, and I'd like to talk to you at 916-596-9877. Some of you say, well, we shouldn't stick our noses in anything. I know that seems logical to some people. And a lot of libertarians I know are smart, and I believe in a lot of libertarian stuff, but this kind of thing of we shouldn't stick our nose is kind of really ignorant. It's ignorant to the facts of life, It's ignorant to the facts of life. If we leave people alone, if we leave other countries alone, Iran will get a nuclear weapon and will destroy the United States and Israel. Why? Because they said they would. Is Dominic just making his job? No. Iran said they want to destroy the great Satan. So Iran said that. So why do we got our noses there? Because these people are crazy. And they're building nuclear weapons. We've got to, what we've learned from history, and I was, I guess the easiest way for some of my libertarian friends to understand this is think about the border between Mexico and California. And in California, we have a lot of laws, which everybody hates, about the environmental protection. You can't put like in California. I guess it would be wrong to get a bunch of gasoline and take some tires and set them afire, because that makes the really black, horrible smoke you see up there, right? That's the horrible stuff. So we don't do that. Here's the problem. About half a mile away in Mexico, people could be burning those tires and sending. Here's the thing. The smoke sees no boundaries. The pollution goes right into America, goes right in. It knows no boundaries. So should we stick our nose into Mexico and try to convince them about environmental protection and say to them, listen, dudes, you can't be burning tires? It's a very simple example I'm giving you here. But it's just a small part of trying to get everyone to understand that no matter what you do to stay away, you can't. You can't, because we are just one planet. Now, should we put our nose into what's going on in Mars? No way! No way! I agree with Ben the Libertarian. Leave Mars alone. I don't care what the hell they do on Mars. Unless Mars sets out to shoot a missile at the sun and blow up the sun, then I care. It's a simplistic, silly argument, but come on, as you're waking up today, you're heading off to work, you're going to hear some people say, oh, man, what's going on in Gaza? The Jews, those Jews, they're tired of it. And just so you know, you go, okay, man, I appreciate that you think Israel is wrong, but I don't know if Nevada was shooting missiles right here in California, I'd be a little PO'd, especially if I asked them to stop a dozen times. So that's what's going on. Let me look at the news story. Israel plummeted Gaza Strip from the air, land, and sea today, hitting government buildings, a television station, and other symbols of the Hamas's military group's power in the coastal enclave. What I find interesting is I made this big announcement today that they bombed the head of Hamas's house, one of their big leaders. Why wasn't that the first place? I really think I know Israel's going after the places that have the rockets and the bombs, but if the first place you go into is the leaders of Hamas and bomb their houses, destroying them, kind of helps if you cut the head off a snake. Question being, what about the Hamas? What about his wife and kids that are there? Yeah, I know. That's why they say war is hell, because this stuff sucks. This is horrible, the way we have to live our lives. This is horrible about, I'm telling you this, people, World War II never really ended. To understand that, know what I'm saying. Jews were hated, and killed. We thought that ended in World War II. We liberated the Jews from the concentration camps. A lot of people lived, but a lot of people died, and this is okay. No, it's not over, because there's still some freaking people out there that blame everything on the Jews, the Americans, everything. And I don't know why. I actually think it's some kind of mental disorder, just like my good friend Michael Savage. And I've never met Michael Savage. I've talked to his producer a couple times, really great guy. But let me tell you, man, he had a book called Liberalism is a Mental Disorder, and I agree with him. I really believe it's true. I think there's something mentally wrong when you can't. There's something wrong. So, local immigration, we'll talk about that. A lot more fun stuff. We'll continue. I'm Dominick Brasher. This is Dominick on the Air. Okay, I've got something cool to tell you about. Mother and daughter, they come from South Africa. They set up a website so you can buy really cool stuff. It's called UNIIK Stuff. You know me, Dominic. I can hardly pronounce my name. I would say Stuff. Just go to UNIIK Stuff. They go around the world to find really, really cool and interesting stuff. You buy straight from them at excellent prices. Neat gifts at amazing prices. It's boutique things without boutique prices. What do they got? Jewelry, stationery, kids' hats, watches, lockets, and hundreds of more things. If you don't know what you want to buy somebody for a present, go there, look around. You might find just what you need. It's called UNIIK Stuff. UNIIKSTUFF.com. The links at DominickOnTheAir.com. Just go to links. UNIIK Stuff. Gifts that are delightfully different. So you consider yourself a true friend of Armstrong and Getty. But you've been wondering, what really happened when the whole crew of Armstrong and Getty took a midweek vacation? Well, this Thursday, for the first time ever, it will be revealed what really happened, why the show was pulled off the air. Did you know Clear Channel was afraid of being bombed? It was iffy there for a little bit. Was Armstrong and Getty coming back? The true inside story. What happened on the midweek vacation that pulled your favorite morning show off the air. The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story this Thursday. But if you're not a subscriber, you won't hear it. That's right. Only subscribers will hear the story. Come on, it's not fair. You've been listening for months and months and months. Subscribe! Go to DominickOnTheAir.com. The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story. It all happens this Thursday.
Dominic here for a special petition I want you to sign. It won't cost you anything. I got to tell you, I'm puzzled why the people who listen to the show don't sign the petition. It's for a great cause. It's a lifetime exemption from personal income tax for people who win the Congressional Medal of Honor. Now, there's only like 73 of these people. These people have risked their lives. Some of them have lost limbs. It's very, very hard to win one of these things. Everyone's a hero, I know, movie stars are a hero, but these guys are true heroes. Go to DominiconTheAir.com, click on links, and sign the petition. It'll take you 30 seconds. It'll cost you nothing. It's really a nice way to show you support the troops, that you support America. Now, everybody coming back from the war is a hero, but the Congressional Medal of Honor winners, they went above the call of duty. Please, I'm asking. Go to DominiconTheAir.com, links, click on sign the petition. Thank you and God bless.
I have a lot of meetings with clients, and with so much of my business being done online, a lot of my meetings are with people that are in other parts of the country, sometimes in other countries. Scheduling meetings with out-of-towners was impossible until I started using GoToMeeting. Not only can I meet with clients that are out of town, but a meeting with local people doesn't take up all day of me driving to their office and back and having the meeting. You can conference with as few as 5 to as many as 100 participants. You can even share documents with them, conduct staff meetings, give sales presentations, even collaborate with coworkers that are at other locations. It's so much more personal than a conference call on a speakerphone sitting on a desk. Now get this, you can try GoToMeeting for free for 30 days. Just go to webconferencetrial.com. webconferencetrial.com. Imagine having meetings all over town and all over the world in just one day. So visit webconferencetrial.com for your free 30-day trial. webconferencetrial.com.
Back to Dominic on the air.
Coming soon to TV. Don't miss Scared Straight, Times Square Character Edition.
You kids think you can do whatever you want? You want to end up like me? Turn your life around.
Mickey Mouse, Spider-Man, and a whole slew of characters give punk kids a lesson straight from the School of Hard Knocks.
You don't want to walk in Elmo's shoes. Elmo's seen things. Horrible things.
It's Scared Straight, Times Square Character Edition.
I've witnessed brutal crimes. I won't get into the details, though, because I ain't no rat. A mouse, sure, but not a rat.
Coming soon to TV.
Happy Tuesday, Dominic on the air. By the way, we will be starting next week having a Tuesday guest host. So we have a guest host for every day of the week. While I enjoy being with you guys, I just enjoy co-hosts also. Plus, it gives me a reason to put on a tie once in a while. As we sit here and discuss the stories of the day, things you need to know, and we're going to have some interesting, funny stuff, and so you can go into work or say to your friend, did you hear about the guy who got 235 teeth removed? Yeah, that was one of the stories we talked about yesterday. Unbelievable. A kid in India, 235 teeth removed. We only have like 36 teeth, so it must have been really shocking for this dentist. So that's what we try to do on the show, give you some interesting stuff. But we always touch on stuff that's important, like this.
Name me a Latin American country that doesn't have
The problem was the president promising health care for everyone.
Undocumented. Soy indocumentada.
I'm a black American, and let these people come in here and just take over. I'm not going to sit
Are we prepared to be overwhelmed?
Because the fact that their jobs have gone to foreign workers imported from Mexico.
Yeah. Today, it's happening today. The thing that's so frustrating is meeting young people who have no concept of history. And, if you don't really know about the past, it really hurts you in the future, because I know there are a lot of good, honest people out there that are just ignorant to history, and they say, well, why can't they just let the illegals stay and then put up a big wall and say, okay, that's it, no more people. So these 12 million people that are here, these 50,000 kids that are here, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Put your foot down, and that's enough. which I could see that's a cool argument, maybe, but pick up a book once in a while. Pick up a book. Read an article. We have this Google thing. Google that we did this already. What? Some people don't know. Yeah, what? Yeah, maybe you remember it. 916-596-9877 is our number. 916-596-9877. Maybe you don't, but for those who don't, very simple. We had millions of illegal aliens in the United States of America. We didn't know what to do. And, you can't send a million back. They're here. What are we going to do? Blah, blah, blah. And so the president said, well, Ronald Reagan, Nancy, said he's going to solve this. He's going to solve this. And he realized, and the way to solve it is straighten the border, a wall. Yeah, a wall. How primitive. Guess what? It works. Big companies that hire illegals and small companies, if you hire an illegal, you are subject to a $10,000 fine. You should see how quickly, yes, they are. You should see how quickly people will find out if you're legal or not. It's like when we rent an apartment. She checks you. I mean, she checks your Social Security. She looks at you. Why in 1923 you missed a payment to AT&T for 26 cents? Why do you want to be in this apartment? So we had two things, and the third was all the illegals that were here. You can become citizens, and we're not going to evict you. We're not going to deport you here. So we had the answer. We did it. Read history. Here's what happened. The businesses there was no laws or anything to fine the businesses. People were hiring illegals. They don't really care. Number two, we got a lot of Border Patrol people. But as you can see on television, the border isn't secure when 50,000 children you just see them coming in. Just coming in. So we haven't done that. The only thing we did do is we said to the illegal aliens who were here breaking the law and everything, okay, we're not going to deport you. And you can become citizens. Interesting fact that a lot of people don't know. A lot of the people who were here back in Ronald Reagan's time were given a chance to become citizens of the United States of America. The country I love. Yes, I said it. I love this country. God bless America. I can't hear that song too many times. I could actually. But a lot of these people didn't make the effort to become American citizens because you got to learn a little bit about the civics. You got to learn to speak English. Yeah. And you know that's racist. You know, asking German people to come to America and then having these German people vote and stuff. If the ballot isn't also in German, you know that's just a sign of the white imperialists, the white people. We got any white people listening? 916-596-9877. Come on, we're all sick of the racism car. Rick Perry, governor of Texas, who I really, really hope runs for president, and I hope you don't let the media fool you because they're going to say he's the dumbest thing since chopped liver. That's what they're going to say, and they say that about all the Republicans. I don't know which is worse, attacking someone right on, or the way we let it seep into the country's dialogue. And the way it seeps is, I should write a paper on this and get a PhD. It seeps in through the media. It starts out slowly. And then you got a couple of people making jokes about George W. Bush being goofy and silly. Then you got a lot of people. Then every night on the Tonight Show, the Jimmy Kimmel Show, they're all joking about how stupid George W. Bush is. And a lot of people don't get it. It's just humor. And some people are saying, maybe he is stupid. And that's how it works in. And so we hope Perry does good. By the way, DominickOnTheAir.com if you want to watch the show on YouTube. We're on YouTube Live right now, or listen to the show live. Rick Perry, governor of Texas, sent the Texas National Guard to the border. Well, why is he doing that? A couple of reasons. He's doing that because he wants to run for president. And that shows me, anyway, and it should show you that he's a strong guy. He's not going to be playing golf and ignoring this crap the way President Barack Hussein Obama does. Not going to do it. So that sends a message. And he even says, quote, this is Governor Perry from Texas saying, it's a powerful reminder that what you're doing is a crime. It's just like a law enforcement effort in your neighborhood. When you see a parked patrol car on the corner and the bad guys see it, they don't commit a crime. Yeah, it's exactly it. It's something we should have done. No, we got a president who said, you heard it here on this show. You didn't hear it. I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I don't listen to other shows, so I don't know. But you heard it here on the show. The president said immediately when everyone was getting PO'd that there's 50,000 kids here, he said, I'm sending you kids, we're sending you home. Parents, stop sending your kids. They're going home. I'm the president. I'm in charge here, blah, blah, blah. And people said, okay, good. The president said that. And then a few weeks later, not even a week, I think, he came out and said, well, maybe you're going to go home. Maybe some of you are going to. Yeah, he became weak again. I don't know why. I think the argument that Democrats and liberals just want illegals here so that they can vote for liberals and Democrats in the future, I think that argument's a little bit too simplistic. I really believe that liberals and certain Democrats, just like I'm a Catholic. I know my Pope and I know we see stuff going on, and how can you turn away these people? We all know that, right? But as someone who understands the world, we cannot have open borders and let anybody in. You know that. I know that. What's the answer? Well, the answer is to do what Ronald Reagan all those years said we should do. Except I don't feel comfortable having 12 million illegals here. I don't feel comfortable. Don't feel comfortable at all. Maybe we make some of them legal and say they have to learn English. Got to. Maybe make a law saying that if you hire an illegal, you get charged a $10,000 fine. Yeah, but you force builders and people to hire union people, and your unions are just screwing us. Yeah. The way to deal with unions being unreasonable and fighting with them is not breaking the law. Because when unions try to do that by beating up managers and stuff, that's against the law. So we don't condone that. Why is it we condone builders who are building houses saying, well, the bricklayer unions want $20 an hour, and I can get this illegal guy from doing it $10 an hour. Yet breaking the law, and I understand we justify that, isn't really the way to deal with this stuff. So Governor Perry is sending troops to the border of Texas. All this is going on, and Mexico, I don't know where the hell they get their cojones, but Mexico's foreign minister, and again, I hate Mexico. I wouldn't go there on a vacation if you gave me a free vacation. I hate Mexico. I love the Mexican people. The Mexican people are subject to a corrupt government that does crap like this. The Mexican government wants illegal aliens to come here in America. They want that. They think of Mexicans who are poor as peasants. It's a whole mental condition. So let me read this. Mexican foreign minister told the visiting governor, Jerry Brown, he was questioning Jerry Brown about Texas's plan to deploy troops on the border to stem the flow of illegal children. And Jerry Brown said about that, he's being asked, Mr. Governor, what are you going to do about the, what do you think about the troops on the border? And Jerry Brown said about Perry, wiser minds will prevail over the next several months. Direct quote, wiser minds will prevail over the next several months. Meaning, these kids are going to stay, I think. Meaning, Governor Perry's an idiot. Meaning, Jerry and these open border things. Which goes on, and I don't understand. Well, listen, what's going on right now, you're going to hear about it in the news, is a disgrace. Illegal aliens protesting at the White House, and we're doing nothing about it. It is a disgrace you can't believe. I'm Dominick Brascia. Stay there. Dominick Brascia on the air. So you consider yourself a true friend of Armstrong and Getty. But you've been wondering, what really happened when the whole crew of Armstrong and Getty took a midweek vacation? Well, this Thursday, for the first time ever, it will be revealed what really happened, why the show was pulled off the air. Did you know Clear Channel was afraid of being bombed? It was iffy there for a little bit. Was Armstrong and Getty coming back? The true inside story. What happened on the midweek vacation that pulled your favorite morning show off the air? The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story this Thursday. But if you're not a subscriber, you won't hear it. That's right. Only subscribers will hear the story. Come on, it's not fair. You've been listening for months and months and months. Subscribe! Go to DominickOnTheAir.com. The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story. It all happens this Thursday. Okay, I've got something cool to tell you about. Mother and daughter, they come from South Africa. They set up a website so you can buy really cool stuff. It's called UNIIK Stuff. You know me, Dominic. I can hardly pronounce my name. I would say Stuff. Just go to UNIIK Stuff. They go around the world to find really, really cool and interesting stuff. You buy straight from them at excellent prices. Neat gifts at amazing prices. It's boutique things without boutique prices. What do they got? Jewelry, stationery, kids' hats, watches, lockets, and hundreds of more things. If you don't know what you want to buy somebody for a present, go there, look around. You might find just what you need. It's called UNIIK Stuff. UNIIKSTUFF.com. The link's at DominickOnTheAir.com. Just go to links. UNIIK Stuff. Gifts that are delightfully different.
I have a lot of meetings with clients, and with so much of my business being done online, a lot of my meetings are with people that are in other parts of the country, sometimes in other countries. Scheduling meetings with out-of-towners was impossible until I started using GoToMeeting. Not only can I meet with clients that are out of town, but a meeting with local people doesn't take up all day of me driving to their office and back and having the meeting. You can conference with as few as 5 to as many as 100 participants. You can even share documents with them, conduct staff meetings, give sales presentations, even collaborate with coworkers that are at other locations. It's so much more personal than a conference call on a speakerphone sitting on a desk. Now get this, you can try GoToMeeting for free for 30 days. Just go to webconferencetrial.com. webconferencetrial.com. Imagine having meetings all over town and all over the world in just one day. So visit webconferencetrial.com for your free 30-day trial. webconferencetrial.com.
Back to Dominick on the air.
The New York Times just published an editorial calling on the federal government to legalize recreational marijuana. They don't really care about weed. It's just the only way they can keep selling papers. Though you don't have to read it. You can...
Dominick Brascia, Dominick on the air for this Tuesday, July 29th. Been talking about illegal alien thing again, and just looking at a text message it says maybe if you hire undocumented folks, you must pay for their kids' college education. That's another thing. And that's a good comment. I appreciate text like that. That makes sense because, the guy's saying, well, I don't want to hire a union guy because it costs $20 an hour. I'll hire an illegal for $10. And in the long run, you got this illegal here and his kid's going to go to college and you're going to pay for it because the in-state tuition. I mean, there's a lot of other. It's not so the economics isn't so simple. When you break the law and hire illegals, you're doing something really, really crazy. By the way, coming up in just a couple of minutes, the 30-second movie review. So stay tuned for that. Outside the White House, there are illegal aliens protesting with little. The headline is illegal immigrants. I won't say that. Illegal aliens protest outside the White House with little fear of repercussions. Has anyone heard the word slap in your face? Rub it in. When you were little, you always, well, don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. Well, we're dealing with a mentality here, this liberal mentality and this no borders mentality that, you know what, we're here, get used to it. Nothing you can do. Why, if I break the law, if you break the law, why am I'm so scared of breaking the law? I got in August, my car's registration's got to be changed. My car's been in the shop. I won't get it till like the next couple of days. It'll be August. So I'll have a car that's the registration is over. I'm panicked about that. Oh my goodness, I got to run and do, maybe there's a grace period. I got to run and get the inspection. I'm panicked about that. You know who isn't panicked about that? Criminals who drive around without insurance. Why? Because they're illegal, So right now at the White House, illegal aliens protesting, they were protesting actually yesterday, and they don't expect the United States Immigration Department to intervene. How much would you give to see these illegal alien people protesting in front of the White House? Wouldn't you just love to see some police cars show up from ICE and arrest these people? Well, the First Amendment right, What First Amendment right? Think of how illogical that is. So we look over maybe in Iran, and some of the people in Iran are protesting against the head holy guy, the Amin or whatever he's called, Ayatollah. And so Iran sends in some soldiers and beats the hell out of him. Why aren't we yelling here in America, First Amendment, those people are protected by the First? Because you're not. You're not protected by the First Amendment if you live in Iran. You're not protected by the First Amendment if you live in Mexico. You're not. So if you are here illegally, are you protected? Our stupid courts. That's right, they're stupid. So, sometimes you look at lawyers and judges and we're so ignorant. We look, no, they must be smart. They must know stuff that they no. They convolute things. Come on, I keep hearing case after case after case of judges and states saying to say marriage is between a man and a woman is illegal. Yes, it is. Now, again, I love the gay people. Okay, let me give you a total example about this. There's a gay guy I know. He's a reporter, and he was tweeting something about, isn't it great that another state, the law was struck down and now gays could get married in that state? And I tweeted and said, no, that's horrible. And he tweeted me back saying, oh, yeah, right. Okay, Dominic, you're just a bigot. And then I took the time to tweet to him as a gay man. I said to him, do you think it could be the idea that gay people are under the impression if they act act straight, they'll be happy. If they act straight, marriage is a straight thing, but gay people, well, you know, maybe that'll make me happy. You know, it ain't going to do it. Where do you speak from, Dominic? Where do you get your knowledge? Back in the 40s and 50s, they did some scientific research, and they took little black kids, little black girls and boys, and they had all these toys laid out on a table, and most of them were dolls. There were Barbie dolls and whatever dolls, and the little black girls said, go play and pick whatever doll you want. And the little black girls went and picked the little white Barbie dolls with blonde hair. And then you realized, okay, that's the problem. These little girls who are black see blonde hair, blue-eyed as beautiful, which it is, but beautiful more than black. Black is perceived as bad. And then we started this whole thing. We tried in this country. We had this thing called Black is Beautiful. And black is beautiful, black is beautiful. And now I got to tell you, in the 21st century, you talk to kids in their 20s, and man, they love beautiful black women, beautiful white women, beautiful, just beautiful. And kind of this prejudice went away. Part of it went away was because we stopped telling little black kids that white is beautiful and black is ugly, that blue eyes are better than brown eyes, that straight blonde hair is better than African hair. That was the message we sent, and we changed that. Now, you see, come on, you see the white girls with the dreadlocks, you see the white guys with the dreadlocks, which are basically African styles. We have made it acceptable for you to be black. And when we think about, the point being is that when we do this with gay people, when we say, listen, be gay, don't pretend to be straight. That's why I'm against gay marriage. When I explained this to this gay journalist, you know what he said? Pretty thoughtful. He had never thought of that. He had never thought of that. He had never thought that he could be happy having a relationship with one or two people and they could be friends, and he was under the impression that would make him happy is if they had a big ceremony and they got married and he could call his person he was sleeping with and had a relationship with his husband or his wife. So it's hard. It's very difficult to see the real problem, and that's what we're doing, pointing it out. Movie review, 30-second movie review. A lot of great movies. I might go see Hercules today because it's $6 day at the theater. Who knows? We'll continue. Dominick Brascia, this is Dominic on the Air.
I have a lot of meetings with clients, and with so much of my business being done online, a lot of my meetings are with people that are in other parts of the country, sometimes in other countries. Scheduling meetings with out-of-towners was impossible until I started using GoToMeeting. Not only can I meet with clients that are out of town, but a meeting with local people doesn't take up all day of me driving to their office and back and having the meeting. You can conference with as few as 5 to as many as 100 participants. You can even share documents with them, conduct staff meetings, give sales presentations, even collaborate with coworkers that are at other locations. It's so much more personal than a conference call on a speakerphone sitting on a desk. Now get this, you can try GoToMeeting for free for 30 days. Just go to webconferencetrial.com. webconferencetrial.com. Imagine having meetings all over town and all over the world in just one day. So visit webconferencetrial.com for your free 30-day trial. webconferencetrial.com.
Dominic here for a special petition I want you to sign. It won't cost you anything. I gotta tell you, I'm puzzled why the people who listen to the show don't sign the petition. It's for a great cause. It's a lifetime exemption from personal income tax for people who win the Congressional Medal of Honor. Now, there's only like 73 of these people. These people have risked their lives. Some of them have lost limbs. It's very, very hard to win one of these things. Everyone's a hero. I know movie stars are a hero, but these guys are true heroes. Go to DominiconTheAir.com, click on links, and sign the petition. It'll take you 30 seconds. It'll cost you nothing. It's really a nice way to show you support the troops, that you support America. Now, everybody coming back from the war is a hero, but the Congressional Medal of Honor winners, they went above the call of duty. Please, I'm asking. Go to DominiconTheAir.com, links, click on sign the petition. Thank you and God bless. Okay, I've got something cool to tell you about. Mother and daughter, they come from South Africa. They set up a website so you can buy really cool stuff. It's called UNIIK Stuff. You know me, Dominic. I can hardly pronounce my name. I would say Stuff. Just go to UNIIK Stuff. They go around the world to find really, really cool and interesting stuff. You buy straight from them at excellent prices. Neat gifts at amazing prices. It's boutique things without boutique prices. What do they got? Jewelry, stationery, kids' hats, watches, lockets, and hundreds of more things. If you don't know what you want to buy somebody for a present, go there, look around. You might find just what you need. It's called Yuki Stuff. UNIIKSTUFF.com. The link's at DominiconTheAir.com. Just go to links. UNIIK Stuff. Gifts that are delightfully different. So you consider yourself a true friend of Armstrong and Getty. But you've been wondering, what really happened when the whole crew of Armstrong and Getty took a midweek vacation? Well, this Thursday, for the first time ever, it will be revealed what really happened, why the show was pulled off the air. Did you know Clear Channel was afraid of being bombed? It was iffy there for a little bit. Was Armstrong and Getty coming back? The true inside story. What happened on the midweek vacation that pulled your favorite morning show off the air. The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story this Thursday. But if you're not a subscriber, you won't hear it. That's right. Only subscribers will hear the story. Come on, it's not fair. You've been listening for months and months and months. Subscribe! Go to DominiconTheAir.com. The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story. It all happens this Thursday.
Back to Dominic on the air.
Tired of this happening to you?
Hey, Derek, fist bump!
Ow! Well, now you can prevent fist bump related injuries with Dr. Scholl's Fist Bump Pads, the soft yet protective cushion that keeps your hands from getting bruised every time you bump.
Yo, Derek, nice to see you again. Triple fist bump.
Didn't feel a thing. Thanks, Fist Bump Pads.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
Dr. Scholl's Fist Bump Pads. And for people who still insist on shaking hands, there's new rubber hand protectors for just $89.99 a pair. Available now.
This is Dominic on the air. Coming at you Tuesday. Tomorrow, Gina Renee will be sitting in with me. You know, a long time ago, I did movie reviews on this radio show I had in Las Vegas, and we found out that when we did the movie reviews, the ratings went down a little bit. And the reason why the ratings went down is because I love movies, and we would spend 1 hour every Friday just talking about movies. And you know, it's like I'm working for CBS then, and I can't, just because I like talking about movies, and I was really disappointed. I was talking to Vince Nicholas about this a few years ago, and we said maybe we could do a movie review, but do it a different way. And we came up with something called the 30-second movie review. I think that's all you need, and that's all you're going to get. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dominic Brascia 30-second movie review.
This is in no way a ripoff of the Armstrong and Getty 30-second movie or television review. Now, the
Dominic on the air.
30-second movie or television review with published film critic and TV critic Vincent Nicholas and award-winning film director and producer Dominick Brascia. Vince. Where's Vince? Vince? Who got fired? But they were good. Dominic.
Okay, Lucy is a great movie starring Scarlett Johansson, who is the sexiest woman on planet Earth. I just love her. Whatever, she can do no wrong. The movie's about you can only use part of your brain, but she uses all of her brain and becomes like a supersonic god.
Discussion.
Well, who would mind if Scarlett Johansson was God? She's really cool. There's violence, but it's really interesting. It's a little disappointing at the end, but it's a good movie.
This has been the Armstrong and 30-second movie or television review. And remember, no portion of this review may be printed without the express written permission of the National Football League.
Yeah, about 30 seconds is all you need. You know, is it a good movie? Yeah, it's good. The ending's a little disappointing, but that's Scarlett Johansson. That's all you need. That's all you need. 30-second movie review came back because people like, we want to hear it. We want to hear it. Why should it go away? Reading a story, and sometimes you read your stories, and I got to admit, most of what happens in the world is normal, but every once in a while, headline, murder verdict tossed because his mom couldn't find a seat. This lowlife creep, Daniel Floyd is his name. He's a lowlife creep. But they're saying, and this is in New York. I can't. It'll happen here in California and San Francisco, so I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't be that like arrogant, you know. This is no. I shouldn't be that arrogant. Daniel Floyd, the luckiest killer in New York, the 23-year-old Brooklyn man, was tried. Now, we're finished with the coming to America thing. Yeah, okay. Actually, this 23-year-old guy convicted from Brooklyn, convicted after a jury. All the money in a jury trial, all those people that gave up time in their life, he shot a guy dead at a dice game. So they're playing dice, and he takes out a gun and shoots the guy. Dead. He's sent to prison for 15 years to life. Something wrong in a society that lets you shoot somebody and kill them, and you might only get 15 years. There's something wrong here. Something wrong. 15 years to life. But the state's highest court in New York overturned the guilty verdict. Why? Because this lowlife Floyd's mother couldn't find a seat in the courtroom during jury selection. Couldn't find a seat. Why didn't the mother get there earlier? Why didn't she get there earlier? Oh, what's wrong with you, Dominic? You racist? The person that was killed was black. I don't know what this Daniel Floyd is. Who the hell cares? Oh my gosh. This is very surprising. Boy, I don't think people knew they could get off once they were convicted. I didn't know that could happen. 65-year-old guy is a public school teacher. Was surprised. I guess he was on the jury. Wow. We sat there for a month, tried this guy, found him guilty of murder. Murder. He gets 15 years to life. First shock, he might get out in 15 years. Second, the case is overturned. He was found guilty by a jury, and then the Court of Appeals overturned it. Said the mother of the guy who was killed, his daughter was 4 years old when he was killed, shot by this creep Floyd. And now the daughter is 6. 2 years, trial, everything there, and it's all tossed out. This is what Brainiac, for those of you who don't know Superman, Brainiac's a computer, and we use that as a term for people who are stupid. This stupid Supreme Court Justice, should I mention his name? Michael Gary, said that Melissa Floyd, the mother of Daniel Floyd, the 23-year-old Brooklyn guy who killed another guy, killed him, said that his mother was forced to wait outside the courtroom because the courtroom was filled with potential jurors. They bring in everybody to be a jury, and so because the mother couldn't get it, now what? The mother has absolutely no say in who the jury is picked. It's astonishing. What is one of the jurors from Crown Heights, a male who was 31, says, that's a very bizarre reason. What difference would they make in jury selection if she had been in the courtroom? What difference? Where's Hillary Clinton? Patches, you didn't play the Hillary Clinton thing? Yeah, no. I know I said I wouldn't tell people here, being Armstrong and Getty on vacation, you're making some extra bucks running my boat, but you don't have that? What difference does it make? What difference? What difference? Yeah, okay. Sally, you got to learn from Patches. Get all those sounds. What difference does it make? Imagine this woman sees her son murdered. She's taking care of the 4-year-old who's now 6. And she sees this happening. She sees this happening. It's amazing. It is totally amazing. We will continue. We've got a lot more show, a whole hour to go. Just stay where you are. We'll take your phone calls. We will. 916-596-9877 as soon as we come back. Till we come back, I'm Dominick Brascia. This is Dominic on the Air. Don't touch that dial. We'll continue.
This is Talk on the Air Network.
The views expressed on Dominic on the Air are not necessarily those of Armstrong and Getty, Clear Channel Radio, AM 650 KSTE, Marshall Phillip, Patches, Vincent Nicholas, Dominick Brascia, Ken Charles, Governor Jerry Brown, Brad Pitt, The Fags, Friends of Armstrong and Getty, Vincent's mother, David the Border, or White Cat.
Radio is hard. Because it was beating Rush Limbaugh. He was very happy. But he also thought we were fools for working for free. I'm black. I'm the first black president. That means I can do anything because all you whiteys are scared I might call you a racist. Where's the humanity?
So why are you on the Jew side more than you're on the Arab side?
I'm not on the Jew side.
You are. You sound like you're on the
Jew side. You hear this woman? Why are you on the Jew side?
Do I look fat? Does my ass look big in these pants?
No, hon, your ass looks great. My life, I've never asked anybody to do anything for me. I'm asking you to do something. Please, help me. 911! My sister, I think she's dying. No, my sister is... hello? Yeah. Do you speak English? Are you racist? Vincent, you were so right. They were trying to fire us for doing the podcast. Where's the humanity?
Because anyone who thinks that they can get an operation and become a woman has got a psychological problem. I would tell Jewish kids, stop throwing rocks at people with guns.
I need to bring the cat in to get circumcised.
Oh.
What? She says, what? We don't do that. She said, what is the cat, Jewish?
Hit it!
From California, Live but recorded. This is Dominic on the air.
Hello, good morning, Tuesday, July 29th, 2014. This is Dominic on the air. Show's expanding, having a lot of fun. Thank you for listening. Some people are listening live, actually streaming. I just saw a text from someone in our live chat room saying that they love patches. I love patches too. That's one of the sad things because for those of you who don't know, I worked for a radio station and had to deal with a lot of crap from management. And let me say one thing about that. This is really something that bugs me because I shouldn't let someone tweeted and said on the YouTube page where you can watch the show live and said, this Dominic's a total jerk. He was given a radio show and then he talked bad about management and they let him go. They should have let him go. The thing is, that's partially right. That's why I was supposedly let go. There's other things you're going to hear about in a few weeks that you're not going to believe. There's other reasons. But the thing is that we were told to talk about everything that happened on Armstrong and Getty. We were told by Jack and Joe to criticize them if we wanted. So I just love people who know absolutely nothing, and they're such an authority. I'm such an authority. Let me tell you the true reason why Dominic, he should have done that. They told him don't do that, and he did that. You're a freaking moron. Let it go. Let it go, Brasha. Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Okay, our number is, and we can take phone calls now, is 916-596-9877. We'll take your calls now at 916-596-9877 and find out what's on your mind. If anything you want to talk about the first hour, you agree, you disagree, what you don't agree, should we have not done this? But got some sort of lighter story. There's a guy named Freddie Prinze Jr. Do you know him? He's an actor. Made a lot of movies. Interesting story about him. Interesting story about Freddie Prinze Jr. Let's go to the phone lines and say hello. You're on the radio.
Hey, Dominic, it's Sean. How you doing?
Hey, Sean, what up?
Hey, man, when are you gonna distribute the bumper stickers? Are they coming out?
The bumper stickers are out. And if you want a bumper sticker, just email me at abrasha@aol.com with your address, and because you're such a good caller, Sean, we'll send you one. We only have a very limited amount. We're not like Clear Channel.
Wow, is it possible to get two? Because I'm going to stick one on Jack's truck.
No, you can't stick that on.
How about Joe? Joe would like one too.
No.
All right.
No, you can't.
I'll email you.
Okay, do that, Sean. Thank you so much.
And I'll even donate another $10 on Patreon.
Then I'll send it quicker. Thank you so much. Bye. That's Sean, one of our listeners, who does the drink of the week for us, and it's really exciting. He really gets into the show. I love that. I love that some of you guys get into the show. I love that I'm looking right down here and I'm seeing people text things and people email. I love that stuff. And it's kind of one of the things that's really cool about doing this show is it's smaller. Yeah, I'm making less money. Okay, it's smaller than a real big show, and you lose sort of that intimacy with the listeners. But I don't really, you know what? I take that back, because even on A&G, whenever Vince went out and I went out to do public appearances, I loved it. I loved meeting people. And I think that's part of the fun. If you don't like people, don't be in this business. Speaking of people Freddie Prinze Jr., for people who are really, really old, they'll remember Freddie Prinze Sr. He was an actor, he was Puerto Rican, and he was on a show called Chico and the Man. And while doing the show, one day he got bored, and he shot himself in the head and killed himself. And he had a son, but he did that anyway. And he's in a fight right now. He's in a fight with Kiefer Sutherland. I'm going to tell you about that, but let's go right to the phones right now and say, hello, you're on the radio. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, buddy. How you doing, my friend?
Pretty good. Thought I'd call up and just say hi.
Oh, well, it's great to say hi. Do you listen live?
Of course, every day, Dominic. It's Jay from Marysville.
I know, Jay. Well, listen, let me ask you then. Do you know who Freddie Prinze is, Jr.?
Of course I do. He was in several movies. His father was on a show in the 70s.
Yeah, his father was on a show in the 70s, and he and his father killed himself. Well, the big story about Freddie is in the news, and we're going to talk about that. So, Jay, you want to stay tuned because what I like about this story, Jay, is that people letting you know what goes on behind the scenes. And if you like 24 the way I did, you're going to love this Freddie Prinze story. Basically, what it is Freddie Prinze Jr. was on a show called 24, and he said he wanted to quit acting. What could make a guy who's, well, I don't know how much he struggled, you know. It's like, I don't know how much Tori Spelling, Aaron Spelling's kid, suffered, you know, to become an actress, you know. But Freddie Prinze Jr., I guess he paid his dues, and he was talking about how he almost wanted to quit acting because he did a series called 24 in 2010. And I was a big 24 addict. If you like 24, you remember Freddie Prinze. He was one of the CIA agents or something that worked with Jack Bauer. He said working with Keith Sutherland almost made him give up the business.
I did 24. It was terrible. I hated every moment of it. Kiefer was the most unprofessional dude in the world. That's not me talking trash. I'd say it to his face. Everybody that's worked with him has said that. And I just wanted to quit the business after that. And so I sort of just stopped. I went and worked for Vince McMahon at the WWE, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Like, it was a crazier job than working with Kiefer. But at least he was cool and tall. I didn't have to take my shoes off to do scenes with him, but which they made me do. Like, just put the guy in an apple box, or don't hire me next time. You know I'm 6 feet and he's 5'4". What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Little shock. I didn't know Kiefer was that small, like 5'4" or something. And that happens a lot. A lot of like Tom Cruise is not very tall either. And what you do is there's this thing called an apple box, and that's a fancy name in Hollywood terms for basically a crate. Years ago, they were actually apple boxes that, you know, this person needs to be higher, so take the apple box and let them stand on it. And now they actually you go buy them if you're making a movie. How many apple boxes you need? And they're specially made. And what it is an actor stands on them. So sometimes you wonder, why is Kiefer Sutherland and Freddie Prinze in a scene in 24? Why are they eye to eye? Why are they eye to eye when Freddie Prinze is 6 foot and Kiefer is 5'4"? Because somebody's standing on an apple box. And Freddie's complaining, saying the guy was unprofessional. I wish he would tell us what he means by that. Because what does unprofessional mean? I've had friends who worked with Freddie Prinze in a movie called Lost Boys. They never said really anything bad about him. Kiefer. What I know about Freddie Prinze, and I know something about Freddie Prinze Jr., never met him. Never met Freddie Prinze Jr., but one of my really great friends who helped me produce a movie. And this guy was so in love with his girlfriend. And it was wonderful to see. And they broke up. And I didn't understand why. And he told me. He was friends with Freddie Prinze Jr., and Freddie Prinze Jr. and his girlfriend and my friend and his girlfriend, they were foursomes, and they'd go play video games. They read comic books. It was great. And then he found out that the girl he loved, his girlfriend who he wanted to marry, slept with Freddie Prinze Jr. Why did she do that? Was Freddie Prinze better looking than my friend? Nah. They're in Hollywood. Freddie Prinze is a major star at this time. Not now, but then he was. That's why she slept with him. Broke my friend's heart. Do I blame Freddie Prinze? I have a cousin named Charlie. And I can say that because I have 20 cousins named Charlie, so you won't know who it is. And what he would do is, if his friend had a girlfriend and it was a real steady thing going, he had no problems cheating with her. And when his friend found up and called him up and said, Charlie, what are you doing, man? You know I love her. Why would you sleep with my girlfriend? My cousin Charlie would say, get a grip. If your girlfriend would sleep with me, I'm doing you a favor. This is kind of, you know what type of person she is. And in a way, there's some logic there, but still, would I, Kevin, you know, Kevin co-hosts the show on Thursday, and he's got a really hot-looking chick named Tara who he loves. If Tara came on to me, would I sleep with her? Honestly, no. Because Kevin's my friend. And what does that tell me about Freddie Prinze Jr.? It tells me he's still a nice guy, and you know he's happily married, and maybe he's right about Kiefer Sutherland being a pain in the ass. Who knows? But I have to be honest. That kind of knowledge that I have makes me a little prejudiced. You know, when I used to watch the show, and it was about this this black lady. She was a maid, and she was taking care of the white kids, and it was kind of funny. She was funny. It was a fun show. It was a hit show. And then in Hollywood, I talked to some people who worked on the show with her, and they told me the horror stories. Now, I got to admit, the only time the horror stories were really, really bad when this woman was on a diet. When she was on a diet, it was everybody. No one wanted to do this television show, but she was mean and all this. Did it affect me? Yeah. When I watched the show and she's this lovable character and she loves the kids, yeah, in the back of my mind I'm thinking, you got that person fired. You tried to get that person fired. Yeah, it affects me that I know Freddie Prinze did bad. Should you do bad? Now here's the answer to everything. Don't do bad. Do good. Don't do. That's it. Don't do bad. Do good, and it'll all work out. We're going to talk about a judge that had sex with one of these witnesses, and that doesn't seem to be a problem. We'll continue. Dominic on the air.
Okay, I've got something cool to tell you about. Mother and daughter, they come from South Africa. They set up a website so you can buy really cool stuff. It's called UNIIK Stuff. You know me, Dominic. I can hardly pronounce my name. I would say Stuff. Just go to UNIIK Stuff. They go around the world to find really, really cool and interesting stuff. You buy straight from them at excellent prices. Neat gifts at amazing prices. It's boutique things without boutique prices. What do they got? Jewelry, stationery, kids' hats, watches, lockets, and hundreds of more things. If you don't know what you want to buy somebody for a present, go there, look around. You might find just what you need. It's called Yuki Stuff. UNIIKSTUFF.com. The link's at DominiconTheAir.com. Just go to links. UNIIK Stuff. Gifts that are delightfully different. Dominic here for a special petition I want you to sign. It won't cost you anything. I gotta tell you, I'm puzzled why the people who listen to the show don't sign the petition. It's for a great cause. It's a lifetime exemption from personal income tax for people who win the Congressional Medal of Honor. Now, there's only like 73 of these people. These people have risked their lives. Some of them have lost limbs. It's very, very hard to win one of these things. Everyone's a hero. I know movie stars are a hero, but these guys are true heroes. Go to DominiconTheAir.com, click on links, and sign the petition. It'll take you 30 seconds. It'll cost you nothing. It's really a nice way to show you support the troops, that you support America. Now, everybody coming back from the war is a hero, but the Congressional Medal of Honor winners, they went above the call of duty. Please, I'm asking. Go to DominiconTheAir.com, links, click on sign the petition. Thank you and God bless. So you consider yourself a true friend of Armstrong and Getty. But you've been wondering, what really happened when the whole crew of Armstrong and Getty took a midweek vacation? Well, this Thursday, for the first time ever, it will be revealed what really happened, why the show was pulled off the air. Did you know Clear Channel was afraid of being bombed? It was iffy there for a little bit. Was Armstrong and Getty coming back? The true inside story. What happened on the midweek vacation that pulled your favorite morning show off the air? The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story this Thursday. But if you're not a subscriber, you won't hear it. That's right. Only subscribers will hear the story. Come on, it's not fair. You've been listening for months and months and months. Subscribe. Go to DominickOnTheAir.com. The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story. It all happens this Thursday.
Back to Dominic on the air.
Coming soon, move over Comic-Con and make way for the convention that people really care about. It's TrailerCon, 3 straight days of non-stop movie trailers.
Woo! The Expendables 7 trailer, that's what's up!
See trailers that you never even expected to see.
Bridget Jones' Diary Part 4, The Reckoning, is going to be a real tearjerker. Come on, fall of 2017. Get here already.
It's TrailerCon.
The trailer for next year's TrailerCon was off the hook. So stoked.
Coming soon.
Dominic on the air coming to you. A lot of interesting stuff today. Our number is 916-596-9877. We had our regulars call in and say hi, and it's always great to have them. But you're a newbie. You're a newbie. Call up and say hello if you're listening live. It's 18 minutes past the top of the hour. 916-596-9877. So, you know, one of the things I always like to point out, and I feel is very, very important, is how misguided people are, especially about Islam. And people think just because the Muslim extremists dance and sing and when Americans die, and just because Muslim extremists say they want to kill all the Jews and all the Americans, just because of that we condemn this religion of peace. And I don't condemn this religion of peace. It's a religion of peace, and it's a great religion. And let me point out how wonderful this religion is, because if you live in Turkey, which is becoming more and more controlled by the Muslim faith, that marvelous religion. See, you know what's when I see other religions doing things that I don't approve of, I say it. When I see mothers letting their kids die because they don't believe in medicine, I say it. I say that's goofy, that's stupid, should be stopped. Yes, yes, libertarian friends, yes, the government should get involved if a mother is letting her kid die because the 8-year-old kid can't say, give me the penicillin. Yeah, I think the government should step in. I do. So I've criticized other religions. It's really difficult because I know how sensitive people are about religions. You've heard me on the show talk about Mormonism and tell you what it's really about. And I've had some nice people who are Mormons saying, oh, you're not, you know, they couldn't point out where I was wrong. But it's like Scientology. Some religions have little secrets they don't want out. That's okay. So I've criticized Mormons, I've criticized Christians, I've criticized a bunch of different religions, and that's what the First Amendment gives us, the right to criticize. Do I think the government should? Now, here's where you libertarians are right. Do you think the government should walk in and say you're not allowed to have a religion that says don't give kids medicine? No. Do you think I think government should step in and say you can't have a religion, Muslims, that says you have to kill the infidels? No. I believe in religious freedom, no matter how wacky it is. In Turkey, largely Muslim, Turkey, whenever you talk about Muslims, Turkey's always the place that everyone says, well, look at Turkey. They have a democracy, and they have a lot of Muslims, so it can work. Yeah, okay. Uh, Turkey. Women shall not laugh in public. Yeah, that's what a top conservative official has said in Turkey. He's a conservative. It's funny how conservatives have different meanings in other places. To me, a conservative is someone who respects your opinion and believes you have freedom to say what you want to say. That's what a conservative is. But I guess in Turkey, if you think women laughing in public is offensive, that's what a conservative is. This Nimrod, this idiot, said that praising traditional values, the 66-year-old politician listed some rules women should abide by, saying that women should not laugh in public. Women should not make a display of her attractiveness. And that by doing that, by displaying her attractiveness, this helps a lot of young Muslim guys become sex addicts and become addicted to pornography. I love how this Muslim guy has the answer to everything. Reason why a woman is raped is because she looks pretty, right? Why is it the liberals that will criticize if some stupid guy who's a Baptist says, and not all Baptists are stupid, but some stupid people are Baptists, says, you know what, if you get raped, the body will not let you have the kid. Who knows what that point was that politician said? Who knows? But everybody criticized him. Why aren't liberals the first criticizing what's going on with Islamic terrorists? Why? Do liberals feel that, you know what, it's their culture and women shouldn't laugh in public? Oh my goodness, it gets you. Tomorrow we are going to have Gina Renee on the show, so because she's going to be on, hopefully she will be laughing, and this will tell you people we're a slap in the face. People will come and kill us because no, it's amazing what goes on, and amazing how we are so tolerant of everything but Republicans and conservatives and stuff that white people do. Yeah, which is funny because I didn't consider myself white growing up, but I found out I am. Talked to my good friend in San Jose, Sam, and he's Mexican, and we were talking about this, and I said, to me, you're Italian. I don't see that. I know when someone's black, I know when someone's Asian, but I have a hard time telling the difference between Mexicans and Spanish and Italians and Puerto Ricans. That's the new rule. You got to say it like that. Puerto Ricans. That's very I think. So one of the things I also always, and oh my God, is he going to talk about it again? Is men becoming women, which can't be done, and women becoming men, which can't be done. But again, I like to point this out because there's another scientific fact. Researchers, and this is from the Daily Mail in London, female brains are different to male. Women have possess better recall than men, and men are better at math. That is something that I don't know why people who grew up in the 30s and 40s and 50s, old people, would say to me, relatives I have when they're in their 80s would always say to me, oh, yeah. Women have great memories and guys are better at math. And by saying that, some feminists said, oh, you're discouraging women for taking math. No, it's just that years ago that's what they believed. But they were wrong because feminism says they're wrong. Except they were right. Except scientific studies that show not all women, but some women seem to be better at remembering things than some men. And it's some kind of thing in the brain. Men, not all men, but some men are better at math than some women. Why? Something in the brain. What does all this research mean? You know what this research means to me? if if you're a guy and you're really good at math and you have a sex change operation, then all of a sudden you become really bad at math. If you could prove that to me, then I'll say, you know what? You want to cut your ganungi off? God bless you. Cut it off. But again, what difference does the truth make when you're dealing with people who want to believe what they want to believe? And it goes to crazy people in religions, and it goes to crazy people who are liberals. Just wanna. I love my Aunt Rose, and she always said that women who are fast, yeah, that's the word they used. If my Aunt Rose was alive today, she'd be like 100. But and oh God, she was such a great woman. Love her. But she would say, Dominic, the women who are the tramps, they get a little on their face. You could see it's like a little mark. They get a little mark. I don't know. I don't think that's true. I think that's crazy. But that's what she said. And some of these old things people said, they might have said, but okay. If women have a lot of sex and men have a lot of sex, they can both get diseases. How am I going to say this? Women who have a lot of sex also open themselves up to a lot of gynecological problems. Maybe what Dominic is saying, and I don't know, and this is just my opinion, that maybe in the scheme of things, it wasn't meant for women to have 100 sexual partners. Maybe in the scheme of things, a male doesn't seem, except for, getting diseases, but doesn't, like sexually transmitted disease, but a man can have 100 different sexual partners, and his yada, his birdie doesn't fall off. Maybe it's all down to basics, that God made us, the men, to go out and procreate and the women to get procreated and raise the kids. And all. What am I saying? Is it okay for a woman to be a slut? No. Is it okay for a man to be a slut? No. No one should be a slut. In my life, Dominic Brasha, have I been a slut? We'll continue. I can't answer everything. I can't. This is Dominic on the air.
So you consider yourself a true friend of Armstrong and Getty. But you've been wondering, what really happened when the whole crew of Armstrong and Getty took a midweek vacation? Well, this Thursday, for the first time ever, it will be revealed what really happened, why the show was pulled off the air. Did you know Clear Channel was afraid of being bombed? It was iffy there for a little bit. Was Armstrong and Getty coming back? The true inside story. What happened on the midweek vacation that pulled your favorite morning show off the air? The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story this Thursday. But if you're not a subscriber, you won't hear it. That's right. Only subscribers will hear the story. Come on, it's not fair. You've been listening for months and months and months. Subscribe. Go to DominiconTheAir.com. The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story. It all happens this Thursday. Okay, I've got something cool to tell you about. Mother and daughter, they come from South Africa. They set up a website so you can buy really cool stuff. It's called UNIIK Stuff. You know me, Dominic. I can hardly pronounce my name. I would say Stuff. Just go to UNIIK Stuff. They go around the world to find really, really cool and interesting stuff. You buy straight from them at excellent prices. Need gifts at amazing prices? It's boutique things without boutique prices. What do they got? Jewelry, stationery, kids' hats, watches, lockets, and hundreds of more things. If you don't know what you want to buy somebody for a present, go there, look around. You might find just what you need. It's called Yuki Stuff. UNIIKSTUFF.com. The link's at DominickOnTheAir.com. Just go to links. UNIIK Stuff. Gifts that are delightfully different.
I have a lot of meetings with clients, and with so much of my business being done online, a lot of my meetings are with people that are in other parts of the country, sometimes in other countries. Scheduling meetings with out-of-towners was impossible until I started using GoToMeeting. Not only can I meet with clients that are out of town, but a meeting with local people doesn't take up all day of me driving to their office and back and having the meeting. You can conference with as few as 5 to as many as 100 participants. You can even share documents with them, conduct staff meetings, give sales presentations, even collaborate with coworkers that are at other locations. It's so much more personal than a conference call on a speakerphone sitting on a desk. Now get this, you can try GoToMeeting for free for 30 days. Just go to webconferencetrial.com. webconferencetrial.com. Imagine having meetings all over town and all over the world in just one day. So visit webconferencetrial.com for your free 30-day trial. webconferencetrial.com.
Dominick here for a special petition I want you to sign. It won't cost you anything. I gotta tell you, I'm puzzled why the people who listen to the show don't sign the petition. It's for a great cause. It's a lifetime exemption from personal income tax for people who win the Congressional Medal of Honor. Now, there's only like 73 of these people. These people have risked their lives. Some of them have lost limbs. It's very, very hard to win one of these things. Everyone's a hero, I know, a movie star's a hero, but these guys are true heroes. Go to DominickOnTheAir.com, click on links, and sign the petition. It'll take you 30 seconds. It'll cost you nothing. It's really a nice way to show you support the troops, that you support America. Now, everybody coming back from the war is a hero, but the Congressional Medal of Honor winners, they went above the call of duty. Please, I'm asking. Go to DominickOnTheAir.com, links, click on sign the petition. Thank you and God bless.
Back to Dominick on the air.
Speaking of drugs, yesterday the venerable New York Times published their first of a 6-part series that calls for federal legalization of marijuana. It's a major endorsement because the New York Times is arguably the most respected newspaper in the world. And you remember newspapers, those things we used to read before BuzzFeed starting asking us which sandwich we were. But
Dominick on the air coming to you on Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. We're talking about a lot of stuff. Just a reminder that this Thursday we will be doing a special after the show. We will be sending out a special MP3 of explaining what happened with the midweek vacation, and only subscribers will get it. I feel horrible because I get some tweets and texts from people saying, why in goodness' name, why don't you tell everybody? But it just doesn't seem to be fair. It doesn't seem to be fair that, people who have supported the show for all these months and months and months, I got to give them stuff that's unique. And so I hope you don't mind, but I've been thinking about it. Should I tell us? And I thought to myself, why not? It's a great story. I think it was silly. Sometimes big corporations tell you not to say stuff. But you know what? What the heck? It's a great story, and we all lived through it. Because some people come to the show, Dominick on the Air, for the first time, and some know me from Armstrong and Getty, and some know me from being Dominick and Mike in Las Vegas, and some know me from Denver, being Dominick and Bill live. So, I just when I have stuff this cool, subscribe. Go to DominickOnTheAir.com. It's really easy, really, really easy. So, sex. Let's talk about sex. Yeah, and you know, whenever I think about sex, I think
Something she said has stuck in my head and I can't get away. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in. Gonna let her in my life.
okay. I don't know why that song. Well, we had a judge who let her in. A judge who had sex with a witness in chamber. So you're the judge. You're supposed to be fair and all this, and he has sex with a witness, and courts just said can't be sued about it. So you're sitting there and your witness and the judge go in the back and stoop a little bit. You can't sue about it. Just can't do it. I guess there's a little known law. This judge named Wade McCreed Jr. Lost his job. He was also texting and tweeting pictures of himself with his shirt off and all that, and he's kind of a screwy guy. But he was being sued civilly, and the court said he can't be sued for money damages over that because judges are immune from civil lawsuits. A well-established doctrine that has the legal profession demanding change, arguing that this judge had a perverse problem, and that's what's wrong with the justice system. Judges getting away with bad behavior, and that's because they can't be sued. Let's look at both sides of the story. If you could be sued, and you're a judge, and you got a small guy here who's on your left side, and they're arguing against a huge rich corporation. If you're the judge and you say, hey, wait a minute, big corporation, you can't throw rocks at your employees and hit them in the head and say, oh, that was good. You can't do it. And so I'm going to rule in favor of the small guy, big corporation, that you were wrong to take razor blades, put them in rocks, and throw it at the heads of your employees. And that's the way it should be. But you know what the big corporation could do? We're going to sue the judge. We're going to sue him and sue him and sue him. And they've got thousands of documents and hundreds of lawyers. And you'll get no judge that will ever rule against anybody who's rich or anybody who's a big corporation, anything, because they could get sued. So if you look at this story, see, and that's one of the things I really hope, because, we have fun and we giggle, and so once in a while, though, I really feel like we're learning crap. We're talking. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you think judges should be sued. That's why I do the show not only as a podcast. I give it live. If you want to do it, 916-596-9877, 596-9877, because this is my thinking. This is why I think judges should not be sued. I could be enlightened. I have had opinions in the past that were totally wrong. And one of the things they teach you in Talk Show Host 101 is never admit you were wrong. I was so wrong about the abortion issue. I was so wrong. And by talking about it, my mind changed. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I don't think you should have the right to sue a judge. Because that will lead to justice for the rich, but no justice for the poor, if you know what I'm saying. It's one of those tangled things. New study came out saying that fat people who are workers are less productive than thin people. Now, I worked with Vince Nicholas when he was fat, and I worked with him when he was thin. And he was a little lazy both times, but no, just kidding. This study says it, and it goes back to why we have preconceived notions. A big fat guy comes in for a job, and we think, he's probably not as good. But see, the opposite is I was 100 pounds overweight. As a fat guy, I worked twice as hard. as others. Well, first of all, because I feel when someone's giving you money, you should earn it and work for it, and so that's what I do. But study just come out saying obese workers are less productive and may need longer rest breaks. So, you know what I find? People who smoke cigarettes, that they got to keep having cigarette breaks, that bugs me. I know. It bugs. Maybe it bugs you, but it does bug me. And the reason why it bugs me is because I wish I know they're addicted, and I wish people would stop smoking. But what are you going to do? The people who smoke, could we be honest? If you were going to hire two people and you knew one of them was a smoker and they were both equal, wouldn't you go with the non-smoker? I had this job. I very rarely talk about it. I was a tour guide at Universal Studios for a few months, and one of the guys, one of the guys there was a smoker, and they put us through like boot camp for 2 weeks to train us to be tour guides, and at the end of that, they finally decide whether they're going to hire you or not. So it's really odd because if you have another job, you can't show up to that other job for 2 weeks while you go through Universal Studios tour guide training. And as soon as the guy got hired, he ran outside and he lit up a cigarette. And the guy's name, I'll tell you his name, is Anthony Sepulveda. Anthony Sepulveda, who went on to be a major casting director. I think is still a major casting director, but we knew each other when he was a tour guide. And he said, I don't want to, I thought they might not hire me. If they do, I was smoking. you know. Talking about obese people, and let me point out, when I say obese people, I mean fat people. Fat people have shown in this study 40% shorter endurance time on average. Researchers asked people of various sizes to perform certain tasks, and the fat people, not all the fat people, but some of the fat people had a problem with that. Some of the tasks involved hand grip, assembly orientation stuff, and they just saw that fat people, they had problems with it more than people who aren't fat. Fat people also associated with diabetes and limited blood supply in their brain and blood flow. So should you not hire someone because they're fat? No. If you go into a place to work and you're fat, do you think that might have a chance of you getting the job? Not supposed to. But yeah. That's why I know people who have tattoos all over their face. When they go in for a job, they wear long sleeve shirts. It's not that I'm telling you shouldn't get tattoos. Feel free. Go ahead, do it. It's your body. Do whatever the hell you want with it. Will it affect you diversely? Yes. Maybe in 30 years it won't. But the problem is you're alive now, and you're in the prime of life now, looking for a job now. So when Dominick Jr. says, Daddy, I want to get my nose pierced, I'd say, come here, Dominick Jr.
Let me slap you. You little creep. You're not piercing anything. If I see you coming,
yeah. Speaking of crazy stuff, got a story about a Yankees fan. We talked about it, sort of like an update, and we are going to take a little break, and we'll give you an update on this story about the man who was suing ESPN, the Yankees, everybody, for millions of dollars. He was discriminated against. We'll talk about that and more. I'm Dominick Brascia. This is Dominick on the Air.
Okay, I've got something cool to tell you about. Mother and daughter, they come from South Africa. They set up a website so you can buy really cool stuff. It's called UNIIK Stuff. You know me, Dominic. I can hardly pronounce my name. I would say Stuff. Just go to UNIIK Stuff. They go around the world to find really, really cool and interesting stuff. You buy straight from them at excellent prices. Neat gifts at amazing prices. It's boutique things without boutique prices. What do they got? Jewelry, stationery, kids' hats, watches, lockets, and hundreds of more things. If you don't know what you want to buy somebody for a present, go there, look around. You might find just what you need. It's called Yuki Stuff. UNIIKSTUFF.com. The links at DominiconTheAir.com. Just go to links. UNIIK Stuff. Gifts that are delightfully different.
I have a lot of meetings with clients, and with so much of my business being done online, a lot of my meetings are with people that are in other parts of the country, sometimes in other countries. Scheduling meetings with out-of-towners was impossible until I started using GoToMeeting. Not only can I meet with clients that are out of town, but a meeting with local people doesn't take up all day of me driving to their office and back and having the meeting. You can conference with as few as 5 to as many as 100 participants. You can even share documents with them, conduct staff meetings, give sales presentations, even collaborate with coworkers that are at other locations. It's so much more personal than a conference call on a speakerphone sitting on a desk. Now get this, you can try GoToMeeting for free for 30 days. Just go to webconferencetrial.com. webconferencetrial.com. Imagine having meetings all over town and all over the world in just one day. So visit webconferencetrial.com for your free 30-day trial. webconferencetrial.com.
Dominic here for a special petition I want you to sign. It won't cost you anything. I gotta tell you, I'm puzzled why the people who listen to the show don't sign the petition. It's for a great cause. It's a lifetime exemption from personal income tax for people who win the Congressional Medal of Honor. Now, there's only like 73 of these people. These people have risked their lives. Some of them have lost limbs. It's very, very hard to win one of these things. Everyone's a hero, I know, a movie star's a hero, but these guys are true heroes. Go to DominiconTheAir.com, click on links, and sign the petition. It'll take you 30 seconds. It'll cost you nothing. It's really a nice way to show you support the troops, that you support America. Now, everybody coming back from the war is a hero, but the Congressional Medal of Honor winners, they went above the call of duty. Please, I'm asking. Go to DominiconTheAir.com, links, click on sign the petition. Thank you and God bless. So, you consider yourself a true friend of Armstrong and Getty. But you've been wondering, what really happened when the whole crew of Armstrong and Getty took a midweek vacation? Well, this Thursday, for the first time ever, it will be revealed what really happened, why the show was pulled off the air. Did you know Clear Channel was afraid of being bombed? It was iffy there for a little bit. Was Armstrong and Getty coming back? The true inside story. What happened on the midweek vacation that pulled your favorite morning show off the air? The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story this Thursday. But if you're not a subscriber, you won't hear it. That's right. Only subscribers will hear the story. Come on, it's not fair. You've been listening for months and months and months. Subscribe! Go to DominiconTheAir.com. The Armstrong and Getty midweek vacation story. It all happens this Thursday.
Back to Dominic on the air.
According to the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, the largest single transmission of deadly germs is handshakes. Handshakes is where the deadly germs are transmitted. You're lucky you're in New York because the most popular form of greeting here in New York is not the handshake, it's the middle finger. Middle finger.
Oh. Dominic on the air, last segment here on Tuesday, July 29th. That was funny, David Letterman saying it's the finger. I have to be honest, it's horrible. I have given people the finger in my lifetime. I have done that. Why did I do that? I don't know why. I know why I did it. I did it because I was freaking aggravated. The other day, coming out of my apartment complex, you have to make a right turn, and no cars are coming. And two of us are waiting. This guy's just sitting there, and some cars pass, and he waits, and you count 1, 2, still not moving. So someone in the other lane crossed all the lanes in front of him and pulled into the apartment complex. So obviously you can make the turn if another car from the other lane made a turn across the major 3 lanes, just sitting there, and I beat my horn. And I don't like to do that in the apartment complex because they know where you live. But that's him. That's the guy. But in my life, I have given people the finger, and it's rude. And I'm wrong, and I shouldn't do it, and I try not to do it. And but sometimes people just, I've had people people have given me the finger much more than I've given anybody. Yeah, I have gotten it. Yeah, I have. A new poll comes out, says 1/3 of Americans think Barack Obama should be impeached. Believe it or not, the fact that people are talking about impeaching President Barack Obama is a good thing, because Democrats are raising lots and lots of money from all their liberal friends. Say, look, they want to impeach. This is what they're really saying. Look, these racist Republicans and conservatives, they hate black people. The fact that we have the greatest president ever, who's given us universal health care, who's socialism, who is not getting involved in wars, who is teaching the Jews a lesson in Israel because those Jews are too pushy. That's the president that they're trying to impeach. So we need your money, and all the Hollywood elites are giving the money. So it's really weird. You report on this and play into the hands of the liberal Democrats to raise more money for Barack Obama, and the money's going to be given to candidates who are Democrats and liberals. Do you not talk about it? Well, CNN and something called ORC International released a poll just last Friday. 33% of Americans think the president should be impeached and removed from office. 65% say they didn't know. They don't know. They don't know. This is very interesting because just a few months ago it was 35% thought. Let's see, compared with just 35% of independent. For those of you watching live on DominickOnTheAir.com, I'm ripping up something right now. Who needs that story? Update a story we've talked about. So this guy goes to Yankee Stadium watching a Yankee game. He falls asleep. So the camera's panning around the stands, and there's this guy, and he's asleep. And the guys in ESPN say, look at that guy, he's asleep. Then they go back to the ball game. Things happen. They cut back to the guy a little later. Look, he's still asleep. I guess he doesn't like the Yankees. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. This guy turns around and is suing. We talked about this. Suing the Yankees, the New York Yankees, for $10 million. Well, he's just given an interview, and he's explaining himself. Because you and I and everybody, don't we think it's a little crazy to sue the Yankees and ESPN and everybody because you fell asleep at a baseball game and all they did was point it out? He says, and this is a direct quote, I have a reputation. This guy has a reputation. He wants $10 million. The Bronx Bombers fans, that's what they call Yankee fans, who filed a $10 million defamation lawsuit against 2 ESPN announcers who mocked him on the air for snoozing in his seat, said the whole experience was, quote, upsetting, end quote. And he said that this week on the Today Show. he was. He says he was stunned. This guy who fell asleep about the amount of hateful comments he read about himself online, and when the clip went viral of him snoring away. He says his decision to sue the announcers, as well as ESPN, as well as the Yankees, as well as Major League Baseball, have all been all a spur of the moment thing, and he may rethink some of that. Maybe it isn't the baseball's fault that he fell asleep. Maybe it's his fault that he had a couple of beers. Uh-oh. Did I say he had a couple of beers? Sally, did you hear me say that? I don't want to get sued now for $10 million. Yeah. And I guess these poor guys at ESPN and all these big companies got to hire lawyers because of this nut job who fell asleep during a Yankee game. It's unbelievable. We are running out of time, so I got this story I wanted to get to before the end of the show today. Interesting story. A Polish priest claims he's been getting hate texts. Who even knew priests had texts? Who knew priests had cell phones with smartphones? And the reason why is he's getting these texts from a demon. Yes, the Polish priest claims he's been getting hate texts from a demon. Wow. Okay. Maybe he should block the demon. I don't know. But he said what happened was he was performing an exorcism on this little girl to get the devil out of her, and it failed. It failed. He couldn't get the devil out of this girl, and so now the girl, possessed by the devil, is tweeting him nasty things. Could it be that this little girl's just a rotten little girl? He says to the local media, the author of these texts have an evil spirit in them that possess their soul. He says that the devil and demons are not shy about using modern technology in doing acts of evil. One of the texts read about the girl that this demon is possessing. One of the texts read, "She will not come out of this hell. She's mine. Anyone who prays for her will die." Holy cow. This is a horrible demon. Oh. Hey, it's great to start your day with you every day here on Dominic on the Air. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. Email me. You got to talk about stuff. You want to know stuff. Till tomorrow. I love you people. Remember, you can't hate somebody if you're hugging them. Take care and God bless.